Hi guys, it's YB again. Hope you guys are well. I've had a few requests on my Instagram DM to kind of talk about this, and I thought I'll make this video. Myself having played cricket all over the shop and all over the world really in the last about 8-9 years, I do want to share, and this is what I've learned from having spoken to the likes of Imran Tahir, having spoken to Zampa, having seen the trend with the modern leg spin bowling. There's two aspects, and I would like to use the example of two batters whom I thought was very tough to bowl at. I would like to use them as an example of how tough it is to bowl, because they themselves have very fast hand speed and they play all sorts of shots. They play the funky scoop, they go reverse sweeping, different types, they can hit you straight, they can slog sweep you, especially like Sam Hazlitt is a very tough player to bowl against, and I have bowled to him in game situation, and I've bowled to him in the nets. There's another mate of mine, he plays for ACT second 11, Dave Dubey, he's also a very tough player to bowl against. What I've figured out through all my lifetime of experience as a leg spin bowler is that there's two aspects. If you have that, you do have a chance against batters with that level of skill. The two guys I've spoken about, Dave Dubey and Sam Hazlitt, like Sam has played for Australia. He's played Big Bash, he's played for Bulls a lot of games. These guys train with purpose. Their nervous system is wired to play with different shots. As a leggy, if you don't have good speed and you don't have overspin, you will not stand a chance against players of that caliber. I don't think so. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. Call me out on it, but if you're a leggy who bowls slow against these guys, this class of batters or anything that and beyond, they're gonna murder you. They're gonna take you apart because it's too easy for them to just walk at you and play anything. They can literally hit you anyway. I would recommend buy a speed gun. Like I've got a speed gun. I always test myself once a week. If you are a leggy who bowls naturally with overspin, then you have to bowl in that 85-90 kilometers bracket. So in the speed gun, you would have that about, let's say, you have to hit in the speed gun, if you're hitting in the speed gun about 75 kilometers or 80 kilometers, that's about, in the TV that's going to show like 8 kilometers higher. And I know that's because I've spoken to guys who worked as analysts and I've had this conversation. So in the speed gun, if you're a slow form of leg spinner, you want to at least hit 70-75 kilometers. You have to hit that, even if you're slower. So I'm going to differentiate in the most simplistic manner I possibly can. If you are a naturally slow leg spinner, you have to, I believe, bowl with side spin, and you need to try and hit about 2,400 reps per minute. If you are naturally slow and you're able to hit 2,500 reps per minute, even then, with that side spinning style of leg spin, you still, in the speed gun, you want to try and hit 70-75 kilometers in that speed gun, which is essentially, in the TV, it's going to reflect as 81, 82, 83 kilometers. But if you are a naturally overspinning leg spinner and you're bowling at that 70-75 kilometers on the speed gun, you don't stand a chance. These guys which I spoke about, Sam and Dave, they're going to finish you to that kind of leg spin. If you're bowling that overspinning style of leg spin, like Rashid Khan is, you would have to bowl at about, in the speed gun, at least 80-85 kilometers. Like even me, when I test myself in the speed gun once a week, I maximum clock 93-94 kilometers in the speed gun, which essentially is over 100 kilometers, which essentially is. But the ideal place you want to be, if you have the ability to bowl with overspin and quick, that is I think in modern day cricket, that is the perfect place you want to be at. Because then, all of a sudden, because at that pace, if you're bowling with overspin, what you'll get is drop on the ball. Like that. If you bowl quick and it's side spin, it's just gonna go flat like that. You want it to go quick, but you want it to just drop a little bit. Because that's where you're gonna create a bit of deception. You're gonna create a false drop. Blokes like this, you would only, like someone like Sam and these guys, you're gonna only have a chance against that quality of batter, or that brand of batter, or anything higher than that, of creating a false stroke, only if you can create that drop on that ball with pace. And obviously, you want to vary your pace. I know that is not my biggest strength yet. I'm working hard on it. But this is definitely the most biggest secret, I feel, in my opinion. Bowling at a good pace with overspin is what is going to get you to the next level, I believe. And someone might say, oh, you yourself haven't played first class cricket yet. But yes, I'm in a work in progress still. I'm working hard and we're working hard to get there. Anyways, I hope what I shared was concise and I was able to explain myself. I have a lot of passion about this topic because it's taken me a whole traveling all over the world in order to find this information. Having spoken to the likes of Imran Tahir, Adam Zampa, and really, man, if anyone tells you at club level or at grade cricket level or first, second grade level that you're bowling too quick, it's actually the right thing you're doing. Because if you speak to someone like Imran Tahir and Adam Zampa, they're going to tell you that you're doing the right thing in bowling at that pace, especially if you can generate overspeed. But I understand not everyone has got the physical capacity to bowl at 90-95 kilometers and you're slow leg spin naturally. Then you have to stick to the side spin model where you are generating 2,500 revs per minute. But if you're one of those bowlers who is generating 1,800, 2,000 revs with side spin, you don't have a future. Scrap leg spin. You have to then, in that case, you have to bowl with overspin and you have to add a run up into action and you have to try and bowl quick. You have to try and hit that higher spectrum of speeds as a leg. This is really like, a lot of people are going to hate me because I'm giving this information because I believe this is gold and it's taken me a lot of years to find this truth. And only since I've been able to bring this truth together is that I feel I've been progressing in the last 3-4 years playing on and off good standard of cricket. Anyways, I hope that was enjoyable. As anything anyone wants to chat about or question, be bold. I'm all about being bold and being a rebel. I'm all about questioning. I'm all about being challenged and challenging people. So send me a DM. You don't agree with me, that's totally fine. Do what you want and all the best. Enjoy spinning the ball hard. Hi guys, it's YB here and I just want to share a few things about how it's really important to train with different type of balls. I've got here Kuka Turf, I've got Kuka Turf, I've got Kuka Rego, white ball, Rego red ball, and that's a ball from league cricket in the UK. It's very important you bowl with different types of balls because the feel kind of changes from ball to ball, and as a bowler you do want to have the adjustment skill. You can't give an excuse, oh I'm not used to bowling to SC test, or I can't bowl with this ball because the seam is high up or it's flat. You kind of need to have the practice and enough muscle memory in yourself to tell, alright, doesn't matter, SC test, Kookaburra turf, Kuka regulation, whatever the ball is, I'll go and bowl and I'll win the game for you. I'll do the job. So you need to have, I carry all the time with me different types of balls from different brands, especially Kookaburra, and I try and carry SG with me all the time in case you need to play, an opportunity comes and you need to have a crack. So yeah, I mean, that's my advice. Go and bowl with, if you're bowling 6 balls, bowl a few with Kuka Turf, a few with Kuka Regs, and a couple with SGs or whatever brand that's there. It's a pretty smart thing and a pretty practical thing to actually consider when you're preparing. Anyways, all the best. Think about it, and if you have a different opinion, let me know. Bit about how it's important not only just to bowl in the indoors. Obviously it's raining here today and it's very important to go bowl in the outdoors with the spikes on as much as possible. I try and make it as a priority as a bowler to try and bowl outside, to go outside and have a ball in the middle, even if it's in the grass. I take 6 balls. I know it sounds crazy, but all I'm trying to do is simulate an over. I take 6 balls with me like I have got here. I bowl them in the middle, any grass patch in an open field, because when you're in the open, your nervous system perceives that differently than you're in the nets. When you're in the open with the spikes on, the spikes have got a different kind of weight and different kind of torque. And as a bowler, it's very important that you're on top of that feel or that muscle memory. I don't think leg spin bowling is a memory thing. It's a nervous system driven muscle memory thing that will dictate whether you're going to be successful on the day or not. So bowling in the middle is extremely important, and because your heart rate is different when you bowl out in the middle or in the game, or you bowl here in the indoors where it's all nice and cozy. Anyone can come and bowl leg spin here. It's not a big problem. But when you put them in a game or a game situation, or you bring them to a game simulation situation by training by yourself outside in the grass with the spikes on, is probably the closest you can get to creating a match situation. So it's something I highly recommend you try and do as much as possible. Like, I had a major problem being able to transfer my net bowling quality into game quality, say about when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, even to 2023. I had a real problem doing that. But it took me a couple of years to when I got advice that you need to go bowl out in the middle. And through my globe-trotting around the world, I have learned that you need to bowl outside with your spikes on as much as possible. That's the only way you can train yourself with purpose to get yourself ready to bowl in the middle. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and